Lands on the rise. We know how important a mana base can be, but how about one that's going out of print? It's coming up next. Hi everyone, welcome back. MTG Muxman here. If you're new to my channel and you've somehow found me on YouTube, thanks a lot for checking out this content today. I really hope you enjoyed it. For all my regular viewers, welcome back everyone. I hope everyone had a fantastic day. I'm looking forward to our conversation topic today. Lands on the rise, am I right? So in today's video, what I thought was interesting is for those who play Magic and really love it, you all understand how important a mana base is. Having the right lands in the right deck in the right concentration. And when Wizards creates a new land, these things can get upturned, they can get switched around. Better lands replace older lands, or a combination of both are used depending on what you're doing. It's very, very intricate and it's a lot of fun to do. I enjoy doing it myself, just seeing how I can fit some crazy new land into a deck. But the best part is because the mana base is so important, a lot of value gets attached to lands, especially things like fetch land, shock land. They have a lot of value. But there have been up and coming lands over the last year, which are the triomes and the pathways. But today's video, we're going to concentrate on the triomes and the fact they're rising in price. And it's not like it's a little bit. I did a video December 24th of 2020. And in that video, I had stated how the triome pricing right now was underpriced, underappreciated. They're going to go higher and people should buy it while they had the opportunity. It's quite interesting to see when you go back and look at yourself and say, yeah. But what I didn't know back then that I can tell you now is we all know at this point, they short-run the set. Theros, Core 2021, and Ikoria, Lair of the Behemoths, they all got underprinted by about 6 months, which is horrible. So whatever is sitting in a warehouse right now, wherever you live, that's what's there. They're not making more. Whatever collector boosters are out there, well, they don't do seconds of collector boosters, but those collector boosters, that's it. So anyone trying to get a full art foil Ketra Triome, you're going to be paying a lot more in the next couple of years. I can tell you that now. For those of you just trying to get complete playsets, I hope you got them already. The prices will rise higher and higher. It's what happens when something is short run. It does have uses in decks that people want, and people are seeking them out actively every single day and adding to their collections. I myself got a couple of playsets because they were so cheap, $4 or $5. I was picking them all up wherever I got free shipping. I grabbed a whole whack load. And I know other people on this channel did too. And I can see comments on that old video from people appreciating them and saying, you're right, we got to grab these things. Now, take a look at some of these prices today. When we see right now, this is taken from MTG stocks, just a cut and paste. It's not the actual sales, but it gives you an idea. I'll get to the actual sales piece in a minute. When you see this here, you can see it started out for the Savvy. It started high, above $10, $12, and then it dipped down. But you notice for the rest of that graph, it's just slowly creeping up, down, up, down, up. It just slowly creeps up. Now, it says it's under $10, but that's not really true, is it? Okay? Finding them that cheap is not that easy to do. They are above the $10 mark and holding strong. And the sales show it. Now, when you go on to the Ketra Triome, you see that spike in the middle? Ignore the spike. Okay? It must have been something like full art, Ketra foils and stuff like that, which do command a much higher price. But again, you see that graph just slowly edges up as you go across? Interesting. Interesting. And we're going to get there. There's a point to all this in a minute. You just got to stick with this little old boy a little bit longer. Now, when you see the Zagoth Triome, same thing. There's that spike. I'm assuming that's a whole bunch of the foils, full art selling, or the showcase art ones, right? But generally speaking, it's just a slight tick upwards across the top. Now, number 4, same thing. Raugrin Triome, same thing, has the dip down and slowly goes up. Awesome. And then the last one I want to show you today is you're going to see the Indatha Triome does the same thing. It dips down like the first ones and slowly goes up. Now, it's saying it's just under $10 US, okay? But here are the prices in Canadian dollars of the lowest ones of regular triomes, okay? So in this last little clip I want to show you, and don't worry, Deadpool's looking at you. Wait, right there. He's looking at you. See? See? It's right there. It's right there. Now, the lowest price you'll see, and it goes across, is $4.29, $4.55, $4.01, $4, $4.09. those were the cheapest prices back then. Little variation depending on where I went, okay? But again, when you see the highs now in Canadian prices, $12.50, $15.25, $10, $12.50, $12.50. So think about those prices now compared to where they were. And I know a lot of people bought them back then, but look at that appreciation of value. If you're a person trying to flip these cards, you've already made quite a bit of money if you can get them out at full value, right? If you didn't need them and you wanted to sell them. But here's the kicker. Most times when Wizards does a set, they don't just all of a sudden reprint it right away. So these lands are not coming back around into cycle probably for the quickest they could do would be 24 months because they have other sets on the books already coming up and set for production. So if they see there's a real problem on the secondary market with these lands as they start to climb up, if they see that problem, they're going to try to correct it, but they probably won't be fast enough for everybody else who might be trying to get these lands. Because the second part you have to realize is, unlike things like Ravnica that have multiple sets of shock lands, we have multiple over the years. That's why we keep going back to Ravnica. Ravnica return, right? We've never been to Ikoria. This is a first stop. It's also the last stop right now because we haven't been back again. And it was short run. You didn't keep it in production, Wizards. So what does Wizards expect to have happen? I don't think they thought about it that far. But whatever's in a warehouse right now, whatever's in that local store, whatever you happen to have at home, whatever you've already opened and kept, that's all there is right now. Yes, they will be reprinted 100%, but not right away and not in time for some of the decks people will build. Even if 10 leave the market a day, just 10 on eBay, 10, 10, 10. Think about that over the week, the month, the year. How many thousands will disappear into decks? Because, I mean, I don't want to have to keep rotating decks to build them, so I usually have a couple of play sets. So when I bought mine, I bought like 8 of each. They were cheap. Why not? $32 for 8? Why not? That's how I looked at it back then. So imagine how that dealt with other people who did the exact same thing. And now there's no more product being opened. We don't have anything else coming to market now. So if you have no other sets coming up that have triomes in them, this could lead to some real issues for people who maybe want or desire to get these later. Because with this pace that we see Wizards putting products out, it's like a conveyor belt. Here, try this set. Here, try this set. Oh, here, try this set. You see the repeat here? So all these new sets come out. We're like, oh, and we're trying to catch these sets and play with them. But it means you don't get to open as many as you'd like to. I'm not going to be opening box after box after box of all these new sets. You're kind of like, I should go back and open more Ikoria, have some fun with it. But you know what? We got Time Spiral Remastered, Modern Horizons 2, we got Dungeons & Dragons. There's other sets, different land cycles. Time to move on. And when you move on, at the pace in which we're moving on, there will be effects on the secondary market inside local stores, platforms that sell the cards. We're going to have issues. And there will be a little bit of drought for some of these cards. So right now, when you're checking out your mana cycle and your mana base for all the things you need, it's one of those things you buy it and you don't usually give it up, do you? You hold on to them because you might need them for the future. And for those who don't hold on and you sell, you might want to rethink that. Unless you really needed the money or some other catastrophe happened in your life, the mana base is one of those things we don't generally get rid of. I have like dual lands from my teenage years. I've never really traded away my fetch lands per se. I've sold a whole bunch before, which I kind of regret now looking back on it because they've gone up so much in value. But that's what happens. When you see the gains of these beautiful triomes, and you know they're not coming back for quite a while, maybe the secret layer, right? But when that all happens, what are we going to be faced with? What are the prices in the market gonna do? Well, don't worry. I'll be happy to report on that for you and let you know how scary it gets. And then we can nostalgia on this a year from now and see where we're at. Guys, thanks a lot for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed the video and took the warning seriously. If you don't have those lands, you might want to pick some up or trade for a couple. It's always a good thing to have, especially if you enjoyed the triomes. Guys, looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful day today. This is MTG Moxman. Look forward to seeing you guys in the comments. Have a great one. Hey guys, big shout out to all my patrons out there. Just remember and never forget, patrons make the spinning world go round. Thanks a lot for all the support to all my patrons out there. You guys are really super rockers, man. Thanks again. I feel like I'm in over my head in this little space as I bring the new bookshelf in. And I thought you guys would like to know the torturous pains I have gone through to make this happen. I just want to share my pain. So guys, have a great one, and you're the first ones to get a look at kind of how it's going to look like. Enjoy. Now I'm clicking things off. I'm hot and sweaty now. But a little change is good for you. I'll see you guys tomorrow.